have the toxic people with the cowboy hats and the Beyonce shirt just trying to distract you from talking to the Brown Bowl fam. Anyways, love you. Next.
I'm making it happen, I'm like a centipede. Next be green, they draining my energy. Killing my soul, they seem like the enemy. Yeah, down.
Welcome back, guys. I'm looking at the TV and not the camera. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Brown Bros Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mr. Lorenzo, love, ladies of Lorenzo, and your husband does too.
Oh.
Here I have my co-host,
Dex, the best nationwide.
Oh my God, please stop.
Please
stop.
Side.
We were in New Orleans, and Lionel, Jamaro, and Javon were screaming that all through the streets of New Orleans.
Nationwide is on your side.
As you can see, I'm still at the Renaissance. Renaissance. I have my disco ball. I have my Beyonce shirt.
Come on, ball.
Mother of the house.
Come on.
Mother of the house. And then I have my
Yes,
cowboy hat.
I love it though.
I'm riding the rodeo.
Make you want to ride like a cowgirl, huh? You know, Pinky doll. Yeehaw. Brokeback Mountain.
Brokeback?
Much.
Yeah.
Brokeback. No, but honestly, it looks really good. Can we get this out of the way of the logo of the mug, honey?
Oh, so sorry.
The mug. Look at B's mug on that shirt. Okay, so anyways, welcome back to the Brown Bros Podcast, y'all. We had such a fun episode last week. We have heard so much from you guys about it. But anyways, let's start how we normally start, doing a check-in. How you doing, friend? How was your week?
My week has been good.
It has
been really good.
Yeah?
I love that for me.
Yes.
I'm in like this new era, I think, where it's just soft life. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't been in the streets that much. I just been really at home, cooking, cleaning, cooking, hanging out, laying down, eating snacks in the bed.
I love that for
just
you.
Being, a chill person now.
Yeah, soft life, soft era. I love it. Yeah.
Era. How have you been?
I have been good myself. It's been such a good week. Not cleaning as much, but I plan on cleaning this weekend. But just keep going. I got some gigs.
We got
some new
busy
gigs.
weeks coming up. Yeah.
We have Pride coming up to our Orlando Brown Bros and Brown Sisters. We would love for y'all to come out. Maybe y'all could come hang with us.
Yes.
We're collaborating with Talk Test Treat again. Their first official talk segments that they started were with us, and we love that moment. So because we loved it so much, we're collaborating again, and we will go hang out with them on the Pride event. But aside from that, the week's been amazing. Okay,
great.
Yeah,
but let's get amazing.
You know what's been amazing? You really are trying. You are reaching. He is
what
reaching.
Makes it so
I know exactly this.
I would love to know what makes it so amazing.
Anyway,
care to share?
Any you know what he's talking about, y'all, because you know what? I'm gonna give y'all what he wants me to give y'all right now. But somebody popped up at my job yesterday. Somebody popped up on my job yesterday. It's nothing for me to be all gleeful about. It was interesting, to say the least. It was somebody that I dated 2 years ago.
Okay.
And
I thought it was longer than that.
It was 2 years ago. Well, we met 3 years ago.
Okay.
Something like that. I don't know. Can't keep up with it. But he popped up at the job yesterday because he's been trying to get my attention, and I've just been paying it. I've been paying all the calls, the texts.
Have you?
I have not been fully paying it.
Okay. That's clarity.
Oh my gosh. So anyway,
transparency.
Honestly, the reason why I've even kept that, not the door open, let's say the window cracked. It's because he's good for the ego. Like when a guy wants to gas you up and tell you you're fine or whatever, I don't have much of it coming from everywhere else right now, so it's fine. But honestly, I don't want him. I don't. And I would like the idea of friendship, but I really have been praying about it. I don't even think that would work. But anyways, he pulled up to the job yesterday, and my eyes were like, oh, this is new.
Okay, so that was his first time pulling up on you.
Yeah,
at the job.
At the job, yeah.
At the job. I know he pulled up to the house before.
Not my house, but
no,
where I used to live. Because he don't know where I live.
Right. You sure?
That's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. He doesn't get an invite or one-on-one.
No.
Sorry.
But no, he pulled up and we caught up, and he's just like, he's regretting past times where he didn't take me as serious, and it usually is that case. They take a while. It took you 2 years to realize, but that's all right. For me, I was just like, okay, well, I'm glad that you're growing up, you're maturing. But for me, as much as we would think that that's a pressure being applied, I don't think that I'm gonna take that serious at all. Because
so let me ask you this: what if he's like the one and he's just like
he's not the one?
Prove himself.
He's not the one.
He's not. We know for sure.
We know for sure.
Okay.
I tell you, the reason why I say that is because it's the same song and dance these past 2 years. He's been chasing me.
It's been no change.
No
change of behavior. Change behavior shows they're changing. No. If you don't change your behavior, then you're still the same person.
Yeah, that's not applying pressure. That's being annoying, is what it's called. But I just leave the window cracked. Because it's good for the ego.
There we go with that.
I'm human.
You're human.
But yeah, so you got my tea all on the table. You happy?
Yeah. Cheers.
Moving on to some bigger and better tea out there. Clink, 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 clink.
Clink, clink.
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett Smith, Abdul Shakur.
What is wrong with you? You was about to make me spit my... What is wrong with him, y'all?
Jada, please take us out the group chat.
Jada,
I'm sick of it because... Have you heard... First off, let me rewind, circle back.
Okay.
First of all, she was in an entanglement with August Alsina a couple years back. Mm-hmm. We knew that.
And it kind of gave
that. And August is fine. So I would have wanted to be entangled with that too. You know what I'm saying? However, now it's coming out that sis has been separated from Will Smith since 2016. And my thing is, why not get a divorce if you've been separated for that long? Why is he still, claiming you as his wife? I get once you love someone, you love them. But I just feel like once that chapter has been closed, especially if y'all not living together no more, after that amount of time, 2016 to 2023.
Child, I think it's about image. I mean,
that's a long period of time.
Yeah,
to still be married and y'all not together.
Yeah,
and y'all still doing y'all separate thing and living y'all separate lives. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't. No.
I mean, I don't see the benefit of it. But no, actually, no. There's got to be some financial benefits. There's got to be some financial benefits. The gigs probably come in more for them as a unit. I mean, you got to think about the money. I know, but also money and stuff like that. Like, let's say that they do split. They got to split assets. They got to do all this stuff. No, she want a luxurious life, and Will Smith gives that he wants her to be happy and the family to be happy. They are both rich. I agree it. But I think that they might be settling because of the image. Now she's not as image conscious, it seems.
But if you have the Red Table Talk and you inviting all these people out there to share their darkest, deepest secrets with you, and you've been separated from Will since 2016, and you just now coming out and telling us in 2023, I don't understand that.
I mean, that's not fair. I agree, but that's not fair. A lot of us are not ready to share things until like we're ready. And sometimes it takes them talking to other people to gain that confidence. I don't know, but I get what you're saying. I just feel like,
so was that slap necessary that he did to Chris Rock and call her his wife in the process of that? Because Jada said she was confused when he said my wife, because she was like, he hasn't called me that in so long. So for him to say it then in that moment, I don't think
it was necessary. The slap wasn't necessary regardless. It never was necessary. Like he didn't.
So now you're banned from the Oscars for 10 years for nothing.
Because he was emotional.
Because he was being emotional.
But that shows you where he was at mentally. It was like that was when he broke finally. Like he might have been holding into some stuff, and then finally just.
And maybe he was trying to make up.
Make up for what?
Like I love you, baby.
Ew.
But no,
I'm not doing that. I'm not that desperate. Well, I'm sorry, Will. But maybe no. Seriously, on a mental aspect, look at it mentally. Like think about some of what we've gone through and pressures that we've gone through, and when we have to when we finally break, what it means. He just took his turn for the worse.
I mean, I get that, but he should have executed that a little differently.
He should have, but he wasn't there.
But he wasn't. I get it. I completely get it. But I just think it's weird that you've been separated since 2016, and now you decide to tell the world. I mean, I get privacy is very important, and we don't. We're not in your life. We don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
But I just think when a situation like that, we could have just left without, like, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have to know.
We just, yeah, at this point.
Take us out of group chat.
But you remember, like, if you remember, I don't know if you remember, but this years ago, like around that time, people were snitching on them already because there was articles, there was rumors that, there was rumors of a lot of things.
Jada was cheating.
So it was out, child. So
and I also read something that stated that Tupac did ask her to marry him.
Yeah, him. While he was in jail.
While he was in jail, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And she was
I wonder how that would have turned out. But she said they never did anything. Like they never.
I don't believe nothing Jada say at this point.
Right, girl. Bring her to the podcast because we need to interview you at this point.
Right. Bring us to Red Table. Whatever you want to do.
Red Table Talk, because
let it be a collab episode.
We would love to know what's going on, because are you telling the truth at this point?
But also, I want to learn from, like, you know, the more mature people and how they think, because what the heck, I don't know why that was like something that needed to be. Well, now it's top news because people feel like,
and it's more like articles coming out. I saw one that said that Chris tried to shoot his shot at Jada when he found out that they were separated a few years ago. So apparently, in Hollywood, in the closed knit group in Hollywood, they know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Of course. So apparently, he tried to shoot his shot. So I guess Will already had that in the back of his head that was going on. So he had his opportunity to smack the hell out of Chris because he already knew that. So he probably figured, oh, you making jokes about my baby mom, aka my wife, but we're not together. So you trying to like really like play with her. So this is my opportunity to slap you because I know you're trying to slide in her DMs and cuff her. Because you know you're not together.
Child, please. Who knows at this point? The Tupac story might be a stretch. This might be a stretch. A lot of people are forming their opinions, but with the Tupac thing, what was interesting about that for me was she said he was he was locked up, and what else? That he was locked up. He tried to marry her.
He tried to marry her while he was in jail. They never fooled around, but they had a very, very dope bond in relationship, like friendship wise, which I can kind of see that. I think that's authentic when it comes to it. But I don't know if they like never met. I just don't. Tupac was fine as hell.
He was.
That was a very handsome man. Mm-hmm. And Jada was a baddie. So it's like, y'all ain't do nothing?
They probably did. I don't believe nothing Jada said.
We don't believe you, Jada. Next case.
Next case. Let's get into the hot seat.
Let's get into the hot seat. So what today we got to talk about? Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Let's talk about sex, but in a non-sexual
way?
No. It's gonna be sexual. Sexual. How can you not sexualize?
See,
sex?
I don't know what he got going on. This is.
But here's the thing. So there's this page that I follow, this therapist that I follow, and they go by the holistic psychologist, the.holistic.psychologist on Instagram, and they posted something that I felt like we should talk about. Right. Mm-hmm. So it says your attachment style affects your sex life in a big way. And here's how: your attachment style in your relationships, in your union, whoever you with, right? So the first attachment style, anxious attachment, let me read this, has a high need for sex as a way to stay safe and connected. They view their own sexual desirability as a way to keep someone connected. Sex becomes a way to not be abandoned and to be loved. So the anxious attachment. Do you ever identify with that? No?
Anxious attachment?
The anxious, like you anxious. Like you have a high need for sex to stay safe and connected. They view their sexual desirability as a way to keep, someone connected. Yeah, no, I don't. But I do know some people that are friends that identify with that. And I'm like, you know what? Oh my gosh, that explains a lot. Okay, so this is some of the other parts about anxious attachment, right? So you're using sex as conflict resolution as a substitute to emotional intimacy, having sex quickly in relationships, instant attachment after having sex, and sex as a way to reduce their own anxiety.
I know. But haven't we all had sex too quickly?
I feel like we all will identify with this at a different point in our lives. I think so. And personally, I just think so. So I'm not judging nobody, but anxious attachment, that was cool to unpack because it's like, oh, that makes sense. Like, because I always would say like, I'm glad I didn't have sex with that person because I know how I get attached after having sex.
You will definitely get attached. I feel like, what do they call it? Soul ties? Like when you like ties. Lock those
That's
ties,
happened to me before.
It's like, even though you know the person not good for you, you're attached to that person because it's like, you became one and you just crave it.
Yeah, you crave them. You remember everything,
breath, every detail, every puff and every moan and groan.
Yeah,
that happens. So I get it.
So the next attachment would be the avoidant attachment. It has a general discomfort or neutral desire for sex. They fear emotional connection and cannot often appear distant or shut down, driven towards more casual relationships or less within partnership. So here are, this is how it shows up. They're not enjoying sex. They're stuck in their head. A preference for sex with no emotional connection. Avoiding sex whenever possible. Having sex because their partner wants to not meet mutual needs. Not to meet the mutual needs. So I haven't identified with that yet. But I could see maybe as an older person in a long-term relationship.
Because if I don't want to have sex, I'm not having it.
I haven't been there before.
Like, I haven't.
I always want to have it. So like, if my partner wants it and I'm not, no, my partner wants it and I don't want it at the time.
So what if you've been in bed with somebody and you know
that I'm not prepared?
Pause. Nothing to do with preparation. So let's say you meet someone, you know what I'm saying, y'all vibe is real good or whatever the case may be. Y'all go, bring them back to your place. And then you just realize that's not what you want to do. Like, that's just not, I'm like, no. When you sober up, you're like, no, I don't want to do anything with you. Oh. And they're in the bed booty naked and you do absolutely nothing. What do you think about that?
Because you had this situation happen before. That's why I'm like, wait, what is this coming up? Guys, he has had this situation before. But if y'all was paying attention a couple of weeks ago, we kind of like,
please.
Okay, anyway, so you want to put my business out there? See, this is how he do. Love to look to myself, please. Anyway, so no, but I get it. Like, if that was to happen, I would come up with like a lame excuse. Like,
I just go to bed.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah, turn around.
Turn around.
But if y'all book the room together. But otherwise, if I have to make up an excuse, I've done that together. You want to move on? So you gonna call me out next time? But
I don't care. Yeah, I did. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. And you're not gonna force me to do anything I don't want to do. Good. And if you want to kick me out your room, I can go get another one. And just know your tire's gonna be flat by the end of the day.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't have to do that a couple weeks ago. So, disorganized attachment.
You're so gun-ho on a couple
Let's
weeks ago.
Make sure we talk about this next. Disorganized attachment. It has a general compulsive nature towards sex, like attachment style most prone to sexual addiction. Okay, so listen here. Or complete avoidance to sex. Because of a deep fear of trusting people, they tend to shut down emotional connection during sex. Okay? So this is how it shows up. You ready?
I'm ready.
Seeking intense and casual situations, for one. Being extremely into someone sexually and then disappearing. Addictive sexual behaviors. Extreme shifts or changes in sex drive.
Is this your personality?
Disorganized.
Listen.
Is
this your traits?
At some point, I've experienced this.
I feel like I've experienced this as well. Being extremely into someone sexually and then disappearing. I have done that.
Yeah. And it says it's disorganized attachment. So I'm wondering, like, what does that mean? Does it mean, like...
Because maybe I realized, the sex was bomb. However, the person wasn't good for me. Mentally.
Yeah. Or toxically. Anyway, next song.
Toxic
next
cake.
page. Secure attachment. Okay, so those people have less anxiety or fear in relationships, allow them to see sex as a way to express love. Research shows they're less likely to engage in casual sex as adolescents and more comfortable and connected in long-term relationships. And this is how it shows up. Sex as a way to bond, show affection, and connect. Comfort being spontaneous and experimental. Less likely to be unfaithful and deceptive sexually. And more attentive to their partner's sexual needs.
Oh, absolutely. Secure attachment. I'm secure my attachment.
I identify with this in a sense. I would love to go fully loaded on this one, but
loaded.
the 3 loads. Sex as a way to bond, show affection, and connect. That passionate sex, like, you know, that feeling of just like, really? Yo, I am screaming. What's in here, friend?
I haven't drank in like at least a week and a half. So this is my first drink.
Yeah, because he had
My name is Lorenzo, and this is my first drink.
My name is Dexter, and this is my third. Sip. Okay. So, those were the attachments, right? Do you identify with one more than the other? We have secure attachment. You know, that's that passionate.
I'm secure.
Or disorganized attachment.
Why are you saying that when, like, you just know that's me?
Disorganized attachment.
Have you fucked me?
No. Fred! Annoying. What is wrong with him? Next. What is next? Guys, and that will wrap up our sex segment. Let's talk sex. What is wrong with him? Guys, I love my friend. This is why I love him, because he's crazy. But yeah, tap into the holistic psychologist on Instagram. We'll put the information on the screen on this video. And there's a lot more content other than sex outside of that. If you're on a healing journey, I suggest that you follow them, because it's good to have moments when that content will pop up across your feed where you see positive things and maybe some things that are really constructive about your healing process. So do you understand a little better?
Yes,
you don't
Ayana.
Have the toxic people with the cowboy hats and the Beyonce shirt just trying to distract you from talking to the Brown Bowl fam. Anyways, love you. Next. So annoying.
Yikes.
Okay. So, anyways,
Wendy Wakel Williams.
Wendell. Okay.
Wendell?
My name is Wendell, not Wendy. Wendell. Okay, so let's get into something else. We was talking about the week earlier, and I wanted to talk about a lesson in leadership that I kind of observed, and you can probably attest.
I can probably chime in on that a little bit.
I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to hear what you have to say.
That's what I normally tell my reps. I would love to hear your feedback.
Yes. You know, speaking of feedback.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I called you.
When?
Last weekend, and I asked you.
For what?
How would you... I don't know. I called you, and I was like, how would you prefer your... Yeah. I did. I had to, because you know what? I have to get corporate on him sometimes.
He want to be a corporate baddie on me so bad. And I'm just like, listen, from one corporate baddie to the next.
Yeah, both corporate baddies here.
Both corporate baddies. You got to let one down a little bit. And then,
okay.
And then, just pull it a little bit. And then, whoop.
I'm not doing this. This damn fool. Look what he got me doing.
Just like this.
You know what? Is this his first drink? Do not know how to act.
And I'm getting hot.
So that's how you know it's kicking in. So anyways, lessons on leadership. Let's talk to the people about leadership and how it's not easy. So anyways, this week what was interesting to me was an employee walked up to me, actually one of my leaders in the building, walked up to me and said, Dexter, I noticed something different about you lately. Like, I don't know. What's going on? Like, what's going on with you? You looking good. Like,
period.
You know, whatever. Like, what's going on? And I was like, that's interesting that she noticed that. But I was like, she said, what are you doing differently? And I just stopped and I paused and I thunk.
You did what? What?
I thunk. I thunk about it. Like, thunk. I thunk. Like,
what the hell is a thunk? You thought about it? Can we please get Grammarly up here? Because I'm like,
I'm crying.
Thunk.
I'm crying. Hold on.
Girl, what?
I thunk about it, right?
You thunk about it. Okay,
I thought about
let's add that to the dictionary.
We are. I mean, they get to add a lot of other stuff to the dictionary every year. We get a lot of stuff.
Go ahead. We're going to send them that.
Thunk.
We thunk about it.
And we're going to copyright it on the Brown Bros podcast.
Okay, so as you were thinking about it, what happened? What did you come up with?
So I thunk about it. And as I was thinking about it.
If you say it one more time.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Dexter, okay, please.
I'm sorry. So my thought was.
Thank you. Corporate baddie, remember that.
That is gonna be thunk is gonna make me millions of dollars while you're sitting here trying to
thunk.
Victor, shut up. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so I thought about it, and as I was thinking about it, right?
Let it out.
I told her, I was like, all I said was caring. She asked me what I was doing differently, and I just said caring. And she paused, and she was like, oh. In that moment, we both were just like, wow, like something simple. She asked me a simple question, and you know, first of all, I was in awe that somebody was watching me. Somebody saw me. Somebody saw the past couple of weeks that there was a difference. I did have to take a step back and pour into myself. Pay attention. As you're a leader, you would be surprised at how many eyes are really looking at you.
Yes, they always looking.
Right, and I was so surprised. I was so surprised to see that. But then it was like a domino effect because other people started to approach me again, and they're noticing things are different. And I'm like, yeah, caring. So a part of that caring, something that I've done differently, I stopped smoking weed altogether.
That's good.
Right? That was a part of my caring process. Mainly for my body, my lungs, me being lethargic, me having these dreams that I keep on like, you know, overthinking because I'm, you know, trying to numb myself or whatever. I was using it for my reasons. I know people had their reasons, but I stopped smoking. And I was surprised that all these people that were seeing these differences also started to follow a lot of my footsteps just on a personal level, and we worked together. So I thought that was interesting. I was like, you know what? Leadership is really like a big responsibility.
It's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Just in general, because like you said, you have people who always look and to see, you know, what you know. And I know just for me personally, with my agents, they constantly try to test my knowledge to see how much I do know when it comes to certain things. So I feel like with leadership, you have to stay up and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't use certain skills, you always have to tap back into it just to make sure that you have that knowledge. You know, especially for me being in my background, you know what I'm saying, in healthcare. You always have to, like, sometimes you got to get back in there with them to see what they're going through, what has changed, and take that leadership hat off for a little while just to see, you know, what has changed in your industry, or you know what I'm saying. So that's how it works for me. I just feel like you got to stay current when it comes to certain things.
I agree. They
will try you.
Yeah. Oh my God, they will.
They will.
But I was getting tried left, right, and center. But when I was getting tried, because I took over a new team. When I was getting tried, if I was being honest, I really wasn't on my leadership tip like I should have been. Honestly, I'm a leader that has high expectations, and I wasn't even meeting my own expectations. Being real. Yeah. So I had to have a real moment with myself, pour back into myself, pause on a lot of things that was distractions for me. And it was just interesting that people watching me could see it and instantly say something. But it spoke life back into me. It let me know that I was seen, because as a leader, a lot of times, I don't know if you felt this way, but a lot of times when they say that top gets lonely, like it's lonely at the top, I'm not saying that I'm above whatever, but you know what I mean, like in the structure of how that works, it really is lonely. Sometimes you don't feel seen. Sometimes you feel like you got to continue to serve people, and nobody wants to have respect. Like nobody, they rather complain about all of the stuff that's not working than the 90 million things that's working. So it feels really lonely in that space. And for once in a while, finally, I felt seen, and it made me feel really good.
That's good.
Yeah,
because I know you do a lot when it comes to like your work. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to like visualizing the store and things like that. Like I see all of that. You take a lot of pride into what you do. So I'm pretty sure that meant a lot for you to somebody actually see it and notice it and give you your flowers when it comes to that. Give my friend his flowers, because I'm playing with him. He'll have your friend. You'll be a top dollar store. You know what I'm saying? Let him come in there and do rearrange some things.
No, seriously.
He will have you together.
Cheers on that. Thank you, friend.
Period.
But no, it was good. It was a lesson on leadership that I hope you guys, if you guys are in leadership roles, I just say stay encouraged, and then, you know, talk to each other. Like we have our friendship, and this is why I was like, I brought it up today because we relate with each other on so many things. But some of these conversations, sometimes we like forget we can have these conversations. Like leadership, how you doing in your role? Because I know people trying you because they trying me. Like they tried me.
They definitely be trying me. Like they really be trying me, and I just be looking at them like, really?
Yeah.
Like you really think you finna get the one up on me?
Yeah.
And some of them you have to really like put your foot down. Like I have one employee who is just really needy. Will call for everything multiple times. You can give this person the directions step by step, and they still want you to do it for them, and you have to let them know I'm not doing that. But you have to be professional about it, and let them know, hey, this is the steps, this is the process you need to take. But they be trying it, but sometimes you got to get them together professionally. Always professional, because we need our coins.
We do.
we do coins. But you know, I just look at it as a challenge. You know what I'm saying? What can I do to change how you're thinking when it comes to certain things? Just real perspective on things. So I look at it as a challenge to me. You know,
it really is, though. But you have, what I love about us as leaders is at least that there's humility. There's times where we have to tap into like the wisdom that we have gained along the way, and just be like, okay, this person needs this from me. This specific person needs this. And as much as it's annoying because I don't have to tap into this side of me much, I have the equipped tools. I have the tools in my tool belt.
Unload the clip.
Yeah, let me help you out. Let me support you. But I love it. I love leadership. It's not for, I just realized it's really not for the weak. I wanted this role, I didn't realize what it came with. I'll take it because I got the tools. I got the tools.
I got the keys.
I got the keys. Guys, this has been such a fun episode. I've been kikiing, my abs hurt, child. But I want to talk about, we talked about pride already. What were you going to say?
No, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, we talked about pride already. But we also want to share with you, when we release this, we're hoping to have a bonus episode for you guys with the vlog from the Renaissance. So we should be on the lookout for that. Anything that you want to say?
I did want to clear up something. Yes. Very much something. No, for you guys.
I
did want to clear something up last week. I know I did read a comment. I'm not sure who it was from, but thank you for the comment that you did leave, so we can kind of like clear up. I know you said there was no context or no. It was like no communication, clear communication on my mom's episode, like how we met and things like that. So basically, I met my mom. Of course, she birthed me. She had me from maybe like a couple of months to maybe like 2 years old, and then at 2 years old I did move with my grandparents on my dad's side. Didn't see my mom really after that from like 2 or 3 until I reached like 19. So that's where everything kind of like came into place. Like that experience of me meeting her at the first time for my job was like my first time old enough to meet her. You know what I'm saying? Face to face. I did talk to her on the phone. Maybe when I turned 17 or 18, I did talk to her, but we had never met each other or anything like that. My whole life, I did think my mom was not around, like in flesh.
She was not alive.
I thought she was not alive because that was a possibility, you know.
Right.
Yeah, so I just want to clear that up. Like,
it was just as a possibility, or was that what was told to you?
No, that wasn't told to me.
Okay, you just assumed.
It was just like an assumption, like just based off of everything that I received or I was told, you know what I'm saying, in regards to her, that it could be a possibility that she is not alive. I was like, okay, well, that's kind of what set in my mind, to be honest. Like, I really thought that as a kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? My grandparents were there for me. I loved them for everything that they did. Like I said in last week's episode, if it was not for my grandparents, I would not be here, the man I am today. They raised me with so much respect and dignity, and like, when it comes to like my work ethic, like my grandmother was always on me in regards to working. Like, you need to do this. I will never forget. She would go behind me and like do like a little test. And she'd be like, I love it, Grandma. You need to redo this again. So that's why I am the way I am now, because of her. You know what I'm saying? And I miss her so much. So it's just like, I just wanted to clear that up.
Yes, and thank you guys for asking. Like he said, thank you guys for asking the questions, because we want to be connected to you guys. We want you all to know that we real, just like y'all real, and that we have these real life experiences, and we don't mind unpacking it with you guys, because just like how we're on a journey, you guys are on a journey. Let's connect. Let's do what we can. Please keep the questions coming.
Keep them. We want more, to be honest.
Keep them coming. Like, please keep them coming. We're seeing more engagement from you guys, and we love it. Connect with us on Instagram. We read all the DMs, me, and then
here we go.
It's okay. We have an understanding here. I will read them and I'll share with him. We share dialogue. Whatever.
We are a team.
Yes, we are.
Sometimes.
And Yeah. So now the next episode is gonna be fun. We're looking for some people in Orlando that want to join us for the Pride festivities and the fun that way. If you want to come, DM us. We're down. Let's hang out for the day.
Let's hang out.
Let's
please.
celebrate
if
Pride.
You want to
celebrate
Pride with us. Yeah. The theme is Barbie. Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
Let's go party.
Period. Put on your pink.
I mean, low key. Well, he had like a cowboy. Barbie Ken, he had like a cowboy moment, but it was more like not pink, but it was colorful.
Okay. Well, but anyway, I already know what I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be definitely pink.
Okay, so be ready for the looks, be ready for the cooks, be ready for the videos, be ready for all of that. The dicks and this thing. No,
the what?
I said the slicks. Anyways, see you guys later, Brown Bro Podcast.
Peace and love.
I'm feeling this.
No, that's mine. What are you doing?
Sangria.
Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. You already know. You
already know.
Clearly, I'm from New Orleans.
Nationwide.
Dexter.
It's all yours.
Goodbye, y'all.
Jesus.